Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Now and Then Some podcast with Robin and Kaley. I'm your host, Robin.
And I'm your other host, Kaley.
And here we talk about everything from now and then.
And then some.
That's right. And I'm sitting crisscross applesauce.
You know, we're trying to get comfy on the couch.
Trying to get comfy on the couch.
It's tough. We haven't quite figured out the vibe yet.
Yeah, but you know, I'm wearing my big old trucker jacket. I got my cute socks on. Your dogs are out.
The white toes are out. Watch out, boys.
So, hide your kids.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So what are we talking about this week, Kales?
The usual weekend recap,
Yes.
I'm thinking. So you had a big weekend, but mine's not that big, but I'll get mine done real quick.
Okay.
I was here in Austin.
Nice.
And my sister and her friend Christian came up because they were going to the Noah Kahan concert and they stayed with me, but I did not go to the Noah Kahan concert.
Right.
But we went out downtown during the day on Saturday. You've been to Swift's Attic?
Yeah.
The little ice ball drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So they do these fancy ice ball drinks and they have them for like all the liquors. And I always obviously get the vodka one. But the rule is if you can get it refilled as much as you want with the alcohol until the ice ball melts.
Yeah.
So you want to try to, get your money's worth. And
Because they're not cheap.
They're $15.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, inflation, they're up to 16. Yeah. So I think I got 3 out of my ice ball. And it's vodka and champagne is what mine is. The fruit and like the mixers in the ice ball. So like when you first get it, Robin, it's straight alcohol.
So as it's melting, you're still getting the mixer.
Better and better.
The mixer, okay.
Yeah, it's tasting better and better. That first sip is straight champagne and vodka mix.
Woof.
But it's like, we got to get this down because I got to fit in a couple more rounds here. So we did Swift's Attic.
That's fun.
And it was so fun.
Swift's Attic is the place where I ended up having drinks with the
porn adjacent
person. I thought I recognized this chick maybe from like a TV show. Mm-hmm. And I was telling the person I was with, I think I recognize her from something. And so he just went and called her over.
Right.
And she was like, oh, well, I do this, that, and the other thing. As she sat down, I realized that's not who I thought it was. Mm-hmm. But the ship had sailed. Like then the joke became that I recognized her from her. Basically, it was like an OnlyFans situation. And
it
she
was like OnlyFans before OnlyFans, though, because it was a little while ago.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was, she didn't do porn, but she did things.
Porn adjacent.
Adjacent to porn. So when I tell that story, I was like, porn adjacent. And everyone's like, what is that?
That was the first time I had heard that term.
We might cut this, but she was in town because she was rolling out her fleshlight. Like at a convention. Like the fleshlight of her.
Classy.
Yeah, she was actually lovely, and I followed her on Instagram. She was like, "I'm actually getting out of that game. Like, I want to do more cooking stuff now." That's
wow,
why she was.
That's a switch.
She was sitting there by herself with a selfie camera, like talking to the camera. She was like, "I want to do more things like this. Like, I'm going to travel around and eat things and talk to my fans and da 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 da." She still posts some, some booty pics.
Oh, for sure.
So, anyway, yeah, Swift's Attic, good times.
Yeah. Yes, we had a very good time. And then, just stayed out. Sis and Christian went to the concert. I stayed out. And then I was still out when they came back from the concert. So they met me back out. It was a marathon day, but had a really good time.
Fun.
So and then I was on the couch all day Sunday. So that was my weekend. It was lovely.
Lovely. Mine was lovely as well. I kept saying that word all weekend, but that just defines LA to me. It's just lovely. So beautiful there. As I mentioned, the weather was perfect. We had a great lunch, Italian food spot, fantastic, owned by a former Top Chef contestant and his wife.
You got a name?
I can't think of his name right now. It didn't like pop off the pages to me when I looked it up, but I recognized him. I want to say like Brendan something. I'll show you later. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
It was really good. It's called Jamie, Jame. And then we went to dinner at some fancy, I can't even remember the name of it, like Society, blah, 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 where the rich and famous are. There's a famous story of someone trying to jack up someone's bill. Mm-hmm. Someone who is late night talk show adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
And he picked up the truffle that they shaved the truffle onto and threw it against the wall. That was an $18,000 truffle. Yeah. Brooke Burke was there whenever we were there.
Wow.
My friend was like, is that Brooke Burke? I'm
wow.
like, how do I know who Brooke Burke is? But yes, it is.
Right. Like if you were to ask me, like, describe Brooke Burke to someone, I would literally be like, I don't know, but I know who she is.
Yeah, if you saw her, you would recognize her. It was a great dinner. I think I had 3 espresso martinis.
Oh,
they were so good. And Then Anna's birthday party was the next day at her home. Her guest house is so cute. Her daughter is so cute. She's almost 4. She does that thing that little kids do whenever they want to tell you something. They get right up in your face.
So
With her
cute.
big old eyes. She's beautiful. Terrence did, it was stunning. Stunning. Had someone come in and shuck oysters right there for them.
God.
And
You don't
serve
eat
them all
oysters,
up.
do you?
I don't. And I was like, I'm going to do
love
it.
them.
I was like, Holly with the pickleback shot. I was like, I'll do one. Nobody asked me. And then, I'm over there and about to start setting mine up. And I was like, no, I'm out.
Because they're doing them raw. They weren't grilling them or
No,
anything.
I just know that I don't love the texture. And I love seafood. And
a lot of people don't like
I like
them.
calamari.
A lot of people don't like
Yeah.
oysters. I'm just one of those people that
I just never know. Do I chew? Do I swallow?
dozens. I could eat dozens of raw oysters. Oh,
Yeah, I want to like them. And I used to pretend like I did just to be like cool or whatever. But now I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't like these. I don't want it.
yeah.
And I know that people go crazy for them. So I felt bad about
Well, you shouldn't be
like
made to
sucking
feel.
one down when
Other people would have enjoyed
yeah,
them.
and
you
nobody was
shouldn't.
pressuring me.
You shouldn't be made to feel bad for not liking
No.
the, to be quite honest, booger texture of oysters.
Yeah, slimy little suckers.
I love them though.
Slippery little suckers.
Mm.
So it was great. We ended up going out, just us girlies, to some bars, and oh my gosh, so one of the friends had forgotten her wallet, but we somehow managed our way in. We ended up at this rooftop bar. It was actually Mama Shelter, which is the hotel that I stayed at when I went to Paris.
Okay.
Very eclectic, cool stuff. And we ended up on the rooftop right by the DJ booth. And he's like, if anybody knows this song, wants to sing along. And they started, and it's Sweet, Sweet Fantasy Baby.
Mm-hmm.
That was horrible. But I was not horrible.
Well, I was not going to join in because I would have been horrible with me. So
no, I ripped that mic out of his hand, and there's a video of it. And so I'm cringing watching this video the next day, like expecting to cringe.
Yeah.
And there's a girl kind of standing. I'm facing this way. The girl's like over there. So I couldn't see her, but you could see her in the camera looking at me.
Yeah.
And I just kept looking at her, anticipating in this video for her to like give me a stink face or like, oh God. She never did.
Oh.
The whole video, she was like,
nice.
So yeah, I was like screaming, so when you walk by.
Oh yeah.
night.
Oh yeah.
It was great. We have lots of videos of us dancing with strangers, like, some kind of maybe gay Latino men, who are just like helping us do the salsa and everything. And it was exactly what it needed to be as far as like the vibe for Anna and for her 35th. And it was just a perfect night. And Sunday, Holly and Scott and I just farted around all day. And we went back and hung at Scott's apartment for like the last maybe couple hours, hour and a half, and just talked on the patio. And then he's driving us to the airport, and there's this full-on like music festival, like small music festival, family friendly, bubbles everywhere in the air, right in the middle of El Segundo, that we could have been at.
Oh.
Instead of sitting in Scott's apartment.
Oh.
It was fine. We had a lovely time, but had we known that was going on,
you would have gone and checked
I was
it
like,
out.
Bubbles! There's bubbles! And he texted afterward. He's like, I went and checked it out as it was shutting down, unfortunately. He was like, it would have been great.
Dang.
I was like, dang it. So that was great. I can't get enough of it. Like, I really want to go back there more often, especially now that Anna's guest house is done.
Nice.
And I just love her so
well,
much.
I would love to go with you one time because I've never been.
Yeah, you absolutely should. Yeah. But no plans this weekend. Yay.
Yay for you. I fly out real freaking early.
Yeah. So announcement.
We will not be doing an episode next week because I will be in Michigan for 8 days.
Yeah, with family and all that stuff. So we're not going to try to do the whole remote thing. We'll just, give y'all a week off from us. So
yeah, y'all get a little breather.
Yeah.
We get a little breather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm going to Michigan for a long time. I'm going to hang out with my Michigan family who I just love them. I can't wait to see them. I only get to see them every few years. And then I've got Carly's older sister Erica's wedding the last weekend that I'm there.
And your dress is so pretty.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Abercrombie. They had their big dress sale. I got in on that, baby.
I was going to say we'll put a picture here, but that'll be next weekend. So when you talk about it, we'll put a picture of you wearing it.
Yes. Yeah, she's getting married in Traverse City, which is like winery country in Michigan. It's going to be beautiful. I'm very excited. All my friends are like all of Carly's. She invited all of us and our families because we just all grew up together.
Yeah.
So my whole family's going to.
Oh, I bet the weather's going to be beautiful.
Oh, it is. I've already been checking the weather. I'm really excited to even just hang out in Michigan for the week leading up to it because my family, I call them aunt and uncle. They're not. They're my mom's cousins. Same thing like Uncle Robbie.
Right.
Whatever.
Close enough.
Close enough. they have like
Uncle adjacent.
sure. They have, a real nice house that plenty of room for all of us to stay, and they have a pool in the back, and the weather's going to be perfect. They're like, we're just so excited to
Amazing.
hang out in the pool, grill, play cornhole. I'm
no
like,
obligations, no worries.
no,
Yeah.
it's going to be so nice. I feel like I need it. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Nice little reset. Nice long reset, actually. That's great. Good for you.
Thanks. Okay. So next thing we need to talk about is, did you watch?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon.
I keep calling it House of Dragons, and I was looking it up to remind myself of who the heck everyone is, because I know we briefly talked about it.
Oh, because you didn't rewatch season 1 like I did.
And I was like, the fact that their names are so similar and sometimes the same.
100%.
And then they kind of, have skipped through time, the last one. So I just needed to reacquaint myself.
You didn't watch like a quick recap on YouTube?
No, I just read some articles.
Okay.
But when I was doing that and I Googled it and it was like, did you mean? And I was like, I guess I did mean House of the Dragon. Because I think Game of Thrones, House of Dragons.
Totally.
So yeah, that threw me off. But yeah, I watched it and absolutely loved it. I mean, this is like where everything's kicking off.
It's about to get wild.
Did you watch the behind or inside the episode afterward? The creators were talking about how essentially the first season was like a prologue and kind of the first half leading up to this is the part, if you were reading the book, that you'd be like, aha, shit's about to get good.
I don't know. I thought the first season was
I mean, that's what's crazy.
It was not like, oh, you need to get the storyline. No, I was in every episode of the first season.
I thought that was an interesting way because I wouldn't have thought about it that way either. But this is they're about to go to war. I want Aemon Targaryen you're going to war.
Rhaenyra, she had one line the entire episode and it was, I want Aemon. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And then Damon said, say less.
He's like, can I get you an Aemon adjacent?
No, he wasn't trying. They were
the
little two guys.
That was hard to watch.
Oh, no.
I fast forwarded through the end.
It was rough.
I was like, no, they're not about to what? No.
It was really rough.
I literally just took the thing and dragged it until she was like the boy.
They didn't show anything, so that's good.
Yeah.
But you had to hear it. That was the hard part. And then we all speculated forever and ever that Miss Alicent and disgusting Sir Kristen Cole were getting it. And then we found out at the very end that they finally showed us.
Yeah, that first scene was.
Oh, yeah. Her eyes were rolling back in her head. I was like, girl.
I was like, what is happening? Is she getting her feet massaged or something?
No,
got it.
Right. I was like, oh, is the foot guy back? Giving her a foot massage and she likes it now? Oh, no, it's just Sir Kristen Cole between her legs. Yeah. Got it. And then they're banging at the end of the episode.
Yeah. And then she's like, this can never happen again. Okay.
And then you're literally riding him later.
Yeah.
So, okay, sister.
Yeah. When the queen walks in or whatever and is like, they took my son. She's literally on top of him.
No, literally. And we had to watch her do it for a little while. And I was like, okay.
She's like, a child has died. Can you get off of him?
You know what part I really enjoyed too was, how they kicked off the episode with the North.
Oh, yeah.
And Craig and Stark. I was like, the Starks are back. It was just the Game of Thrones.
That took me a sec because I hadn't rewatched to figure out who was who. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's one of her sons she sent there, one she sent there.
Oh yeah. See, I rewatched, so I was in it. And then I'm like, oh, Jace got his little glow up. He got his little Jon Snow glow up in the North. He looks great.
Yeah. And also just any time with these shows when you're filming with someone that age and then they just kind of hit a little kick of puberty.
Yeah.
Maybe not the full.
Well, I was like, how old is he?
He's probably 15?
Jace?
Supposed to be.
Oh, I don't know what he's supposed to be. He's 20 in real life. I looked it up because I was like, oh, he got his little glow up. I wonder how old he is. He's 20.
Yeah.
So maybe 19 when they were filming it.
Oh my God. The scene when he comes back
and he's like,
I lost it.
The North will support you. And he just starts breaking down. And then they both
hug.
I
cried.
Oh, me too.
Oh my God. That was really good acting.
No.
Really good acting. Can we talk about Aegon for a second?
We can always talk about Aegon. Yeah. Him and his little frat bros, they're all laid out on the throne.
And he's like, my cock.
Yeah.
It made me laugh when his mom was like, well, Rhaenyra has dragons as well. And he goes, mine are bigger.
Yeah.
He's a little brat.
He actually was the comedic relief of the episode, honestly.
I think that he's supposed to be and I want to say this with sensitivity, but on the spectrum.
He's
when he just kind of says whatever he's thinking without.
They are all conceived under incest of it all. So
when I was recapping, I was like, oh, okay, so I know that she married her uncle, but he's betrothed and okay, so his wife is his sister.
Yes.
Okay, his wife is his
Yeah.
aunt. Like his aunt is also, it's like that song, I'm my own grandpa. You know that song?
No.
It's so funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. That was from a Silly Songs tape that I used to have when I was a kid.
No.
Shout out if you know that song. Let me know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like they're all connected.
No, they're all related in some way, shape, or form.
But yeah, he just says whatever he's thinking. And he's like, oh, we'll just give you your sheep back.
Yeah.
We'll give you your goats back. Sheep.
They won't.
Sheep.
They won't know. That's what he says.
Yeah.
So he's like, we can't do that because then everyone will want to do it. And he goes, well, they won't know.
So funny. It'll go viral. Where was I going with that? Oh, it really tripped me out when I was reading Who Was Who because Aegon looks so young that Aegon is supposed to be Aemon's older brother.
Well, yeah.
The casting is not great there.
They're about the same age in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the long hair and just his long face and the eye patch of it all. But he looks older. Like he looks closer to Damon's age.
Really? I don't think that.
I don't know. I kind
of think it could go either way.
Once I got that into my brain, it clicked. But I think he just gives, because he's so small, he's short king, literally.
I feel like it could go either way. Like they look very similar aged to me. But yeah, he is a lot smaller and not so like.
And he acts like a child.
Well, yeah.
Versus Aemond, who acts like a bitter old man who got his eye poked out when he was a kid and he can't get over it.
I don't like either of these characters, but I loved this part where him and Sir Criston Cole were sitting at the table, like strategizing and talking about how he's like talking about his mom, but then Sir Criston Cole's like, no, it's Rhaenyra's fault. She trapped her in her spider web. I'm like, oh, you are so bitter, bro. Yeah. Get over it. She didn't want to go sell cinnamon and oranges.
Seriously, get over it.
You remember that scene where he's on the boat and he's like, let's leave. Don't take the throne. Let's leave and go sell cinnamon and oranges. And she literally looks at him like, are you insane? Like he's still bitter from that. Yeah. From all those years ago.
And I liked how in that scene also I noticed how Aemond was referring to his mom by her name, Alicent, right?
Yes, he says Alicent.
And then at one point Criston Cole is like, your mother, da-da-da, to like try to build some compassion for him. Like your mother got caught in her web or whatever.
And I think it's funny because Aemond says Alicent, but he says my father. When he talks about Viserys, he said in that same conversation, he said Alicent, my father. Yeah. So like obviously he has no respect for his mom.
You know what I love about all of this right now is that I didn't like look any of that up. You know, sometimes I'll look something up and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I read that da-da-da. Like we noticed that all on our own.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Oh, I was in it, Robin.
Yeah,
I was
totally.
I had nothing around me besides me and that TV screen. I was locked the F in.
Me too. I did have to watch it in 2 parts, but they were like an hour apart from each other. So that was good. And it was only like a like maybe 45 minutes in between. Right. And all I could think about was like, I need to go finish this.
Yeah. No, so I'm locked in. Like
we were reading the subtext of the text of the text.
Honestly, people were probably going to talk about it every week. Sorry. At least a little bit. Like I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
Because I'm in it.
Yeah. I can't wait. When they did like basically it was the trailer, but the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
These week-to-week shows are tough though.
Yeah, I hate it. I'm a binger. I like a little binge situation.
Yeah. Another show that came out, we don't have to talk about it, but I figured I'd ask if you wanted to.
Well, I don't watch it because I've tried to watch it multiple times and I cannot get into it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how I was the first season, but once I got into it, I was in it.
I cannot get into it.
Like everybody was talking about the first season.
I've been told to watch it for years.
You'd actually really like it. You just have to get past whatever that is. I didn't get into it until the second season when everyone was raving about it. And then I went back and I think I just had bottom of the barrel, nothing to watch. It's really good once you get into it. But I know what you mean.
Talking about Bridgerton, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry.
She's talking about Bridgerton.
It was really, really good. I really liked the second half of the third season.
I heard a lot of people were very disappointed in this season.
Oh.
Like they loved 2 and
I thought everyone like hated season 2. And also
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't watch.
You know what a great way to be like to get into it would be to watch the one that they did about the Queen.
Queen Charlotte.
Mm-hmm. That was that might be my favorite.
Maybe I'm just anti
season.
like
you're sounding like me.
Yeah,
but it's so
I've tried, Robin. That's the thing is I don't have a block. I have literally sat down and tried probably 3 times.
Yeah.
And I've watched the first few episodes and I'm like, this is just not.
It's like the least period piece though.
Yeah. I don't know. I've tried 3 times. And I've watched the first 3 episodes multiple times trying to get into it. And I just don't feel it.
You're welcome, dear listeners. That's a Bridgerton reference, dear readers. Because now we don't have to talk about it. So there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry
It's
to
all right.
ruin that for y'all.
No worries. We had one more thing for the intro before we get into our and thens.
Yes, very sad. Donald Sutherland passed away. Sir President Snow.
And
what's his name in Buffy? I forgot his name now.
Merrick.
Merrick. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yep, he passed away, and his son Kiefer Sutherland did a really nice tribute, and it was really sweet. And
when I saw that, I was like, did I know that was his son? I mean, surely I did at one point. It's just not something I'm out here thinking about.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm thinking about it, but I guess I just knew it.
Because it's not a very
they're not together all the
rare
time.
last name. Like, I'm sure maybe at some point I put 2 and 2 together, but it's not something I ever thought about ever again. So whenever I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
So, R.I.P.
R.I.P. President Snow.
All right. You ready to get into the and then?
Okay, before I get into my and then, I meant to tell you I'm going to see Inside Out 2.
Oh.
In 3D.
Ugh.
When's the last time you saw 3D? Well, yeah. I mean,
I get motion sickness. So.
My kids have never.
They've never been to a 3D movie?
And I haven't been to one in years, so I'm excited. I almost didn't do it, but I was like, that's pretty cool. I've heard it makes people cry, the movie, not the 3D.
I mean, the first one was really cute.
Yeah. Anyway, my and then, I actually am going to do a little differently this week. Instead of doing one thing, I had a bunch of quick hits.
Okay.
Aloe vera.
Do I just let you name them, or do
No, we can talk about them.
Okay.
Aloe vera, the plant. And sunburns when you were a kid. Did you have a plant? An aloe vera plant?
My poppy still has one. He still gives us some.
Wasn't it the best? When you got to go pick your piece and crack it open and rub that gooiness on there. I still
put aloe vera on me.
But from a plant?
Only when I'm home with Poppy.
Yeah.
With my grandpa.
Isn't it great?
It's lovely.
It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Oh, I
very
love
slimy.
It when it oozes out. Do you know it's toxic to dogs?
I didn't.
Did not know that. And just sunburns in general and how it's like there was never any good relief. But that feeling of like a crisp sunburn. You're like, I did a thing.
I still love it.
Yeah.
I'm still getting that crisp sunburn and loving every minute of it.
Speaking of peeling, peeling bark off a tree. You know, like certain trees. Yeah. So in LA, there's a bunch of these trees everywhere. And I kept being like, I just want to peel that tree. And then I just imagined the tree being like, oh, yeah, that feels good. Ooh, you got a good. Oh, yeah, I got a big one. Oh, wow, you got that one all in one piece. Oh, okay, you can stop now. Oh, stop, please.
Oh, my God, Robin.
Stop peeling me. It's just like a sick thing that we do.
I don't know why. It's just a thing we do.
It just calls to you. Stickers, scratch and sniff, and puffy.
Puffy.
Like the puffy stickers that were like kind of 3D. You know, they had like the kind of a dome, a bulbous shape, if you will, kind of shiny.
Okay.
Yeah. Scratch and sniff, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Good stuff. I went to get one of those Febreze refills the other day. And it was like a summer watermelon, you know, the kind that plugs into your wall.
Yeah.
And they have the scratch and sniff. And so I'm scratching it, I'm sniffing it, I'm scratching it and sniffing it. I get another one. I'm like, this one's a dud. Get another one. I was scratching and sniffing in the wrong spot. I was like, nobody saw that.
That's funny.
Walmart.
Just in general?
So Walmart. I forgot about Walmart and went the other day with Sawyer, and I've been back a few times. But I thought about Walmart. It was like when the mall was closed or when we were too young to maybe be left alone at the mall. When I'd be spending the night with Holly, her dad would just drop us off at Walmart and pick us up like 2 hours later.
Really?
Yeah, at like 10 p.m. to like midnight.
That's a scary time to be at Walmart.
It is now. Like. It wasn't in 1999.
Okay.
And we would go get the like giant bouncy balls. We'd go ride bikes. I don't even think we bought anything. We would just literally frolic around Walmart.
Mess things up.
Yeah, we'd always put it back. And then we'd be like, all right, at 10 p.m. or at midnight, like, meet me at this door.
Interesting.
It was so fun. We just go hang out at Walmart.
Interesting.
And I grew up in North Austin. It's not like I grew up in like Podunk, whatever, where there's only one store and it's Walmart. And that's what you do is go hang out at Walmart.
Yeah.
We just enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was fun. Lastly, Bunch of Crunch. That's what my 23-year-old friend, update, my 22-year-old friend is now 23.
Is it, what's Bunch of Crunch? Like Cracker Jacks?
No, it was like Kit Kats, but I think it was Kit Kats. Let me look it up. Bunch of Crunch. It was like the best candy to get at the movies. Bunch of Crunch. It's like a Crunch bar, but crunched up. like a
It's not ringing a bell.
like a Nestle Crunch bar, but it's crunched up in these little.
That's not ringing.
So milk chocolate and crisp rice, like little crunchies. Oh, they're so good. I used to eat them at the movies. They're very crunchy though, so maybe not the best movie candy in retrospect.
Yeah, everyone's got to hear you chew.
Yeah,
a little ASMR all the way around.
Yeah, now I love a milk dud though. Ooh, what am I going to get tonight when I go see the movie?
You better get popcorn and a pickle if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little pickle in that popcorn.
I guess so. So yeah, you don't know what that is, and neither is my 23-year-old friend.
No,
so maybe that
was not a thing.
I wonder if it's still in existence. Yeah, you can buy it right now, curbside.
I mean, maybe it was a thing, and I just never. That wouldn't be my go-to. I feel like
it had a moment. Wait, this says, why was Nestle Crunch discontinued? Oh. I guess Bunch of Crunch is still out there, but they're saying that Crunch is not.
The normal Crunch bars aren't?
Look, Reddit, where did Bunch of Crunch go? Are Bunch of Crunch products discontinued? 2 separate posts.
Interesting.
So if y'all see Bunch of Crunch, you got yourself a limited edition.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is that all your quick hits?
That's all my quick hits.
Okay, great. Mine is camping.
Okay.
And I say this because I feel like camping is obviously still a thing, but you don't really go in your adulthood unless you have kids. Like it's like I'm not out here going camping all the time.
Some people do. Like I used to go with my friends in my 20s. Not frequently. Maybe like once a year.
I guess I'm just thinking of like the full hookup camper, how we used to do it. Like I just feel like I don't really know anyone unless they have kids.
Yeah.
And they're going like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Where it was like you had an RV, like we grew up, my parents had an RV. You did the full hookup septic system. Gotcha. You had to take army showers in the camper.
Oh yeah. See, that's fun. That's fun.
That's what I'm talking about.
We just would go like with tents.
No. We had an RV.
Fine.
And all my family friends that I grew up with all had RVs.
Wow.
Or they would rent one if they didn't have one. Mm-hmm. And we'd go out there, we get the full hookup. We were there for, 5 or 6 days. It was always like a full trip.
Nice.
And we had the full setup with the washer boards and all the games. And
oh my God, when you said washer boards, I thought
I was out here going like this. Yes.
Probably thought ding, ding, ding. I'm like, damn, y'all needed to do laundry?
No, we didn't throw it back that far. Jeez.
That's hilarious.
Good night, Robin. No. But we just it was just some of the best times growing up was going like full on camping like that.
That's some core memory shit right there.
Yes, and bike rides. And sis was so awful on a bike. And
what?
She's just not good at bike riding. I love her so much, but she was just awful.
The amount of times on this show you've been like, love her, but I mean, sis sucks at math.
Now
sis can't ride a bike.
But let me tell you this. She learned way quicker than I did because I was a little scaredy cat, which all tracks because that's just the way that I am. I've gotten a lot better than I used to be, but I used to be a real scaredy cat, worrywart. And me so too. It took me forever to learn to ride a bike because I just was terrified of it.
Yeah.
Sis learned like that. But she never developed more skills.
The confidence.
She has too much confidence. She doesn't.
Okay.
She's out there and she's going crazy and
she's just
all over the place. And so we'd have to, everyone be riding and sis may have fallen down or gone off road. We'd stop, wait for sis to catch up.
That's
I remember that in the bike rides.
I used to love riding my bike.
We did cops and robbers in the woods. Like by the campsite, like all the kids we'd be right there by the campsite while the parents were drinking and playing washers. We were playing cops and robbers.
Is that the same as jailbreak?
Explain jailbreak to me.
Like there's certain people who can go, if they tag you, basically you have to go, we would play in a neighborhood. You'd have to go back to the driveway and be in jail, but then someone could run along and stomp their foot and go, jailbreak.
Yes, it's like that.
Okay, fine.
We called it cops and robbers.
So fun.
And we played at all the campsites. And I just some of the best times we did cliff jumping, when we would go to the Frio, we were always at this one campsite. This is when I got a little older, intermediate school, early high school. We would go to the Frio and we always camped at the same spot. And there was a big cliff. And then the boys would want to climb up on in the tree that's on top of the cliff.
That's
so it was
so scary to me.
Oh, it was terrifying, Robin.
And I never do it.
Oh, I jumped off the cliff. Multiple times. That I wasn't scared of that. But I wasn't gonna free climb a tree like these boys. They're crazy.
Yeah, I still won't jump off a cliff. I barely can jump off the rocks in Katie's pool.
Oh no, I've jumped off a million cliffs. I would still do it today.
I told you the one time I did it, smacked my ass so hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's okay. Tried it. Hated it.
I don't have the heights fear.
Yeah, I do.
No, I don't have it. But again, I'm not
It's
gonna
not so much
free
the being
climb.
up high, it's the falling.
In the water? You're falling in water.
It doesn't mean you can't smack your ass.
Like I would, sure. I mean, I would jump off that tree if
I
there was
also-
a ladder up to it. Like I
God.
would go way up
I
there,
knew
but I don't
someone
want to
who
free
went-
climb.
I knew someone who went cliff jumping on their honeymoon and like broke their back in the water.
Did they like they jumped wrong?
Just the way they landed.
pencil it.
If you mess it up a little bit, you could
I
really
mean,
jack
I
your
just
shit
remember
up.
like the boys being like full on.
I mean, it's different when you're young.
gainers.
It's different when you're young.
Yeah.
He was not like young. He was probably 40 something. Probably don't go cliff jumping.
Probably not. I don't
Maybe.
know. Maybe not.
We won't recommend that.
Yeah. A little different. Anyway, that's my and then is just camping and all the things
How
that came with
fun.
it and just like the best times ever. And you know, Robin, you should take your kiddos. Well, y'all went camping. Y'all went to the little park. Y'all had a cabin.
Yeah.
It's a little different, but still kind of same vibe.
I think we should do it more often though. Like that
Yeah.
sounds like such a lovely memory for you. And
Oh, the best. I have the
Yeah.
best memories. We went every summer, if
Yeah.
not multiple times this summer. Every single summer growing up.
tell me this, did you also go to the beach every summer?
Oh, well, I grew up 20 minutes from the beach.
Yeah, that's
So I
different.
went to the beach all the time.
I guess for us, we normally just prioritize
has-
beach.
Right. It's like it has to be a whole trip for you.
Yeah. Like
It
we're going to
wasn't-
go.
We would just go down
twice.
there for a few hours and go back to my house because it
Yeah.
was so close.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, that was my end then.
All right. Well, let's take it to the now.
Okay, so first thing, bizarre.
Mm.
Kate Middleton is here and looks amazing.
What?
How do we go from she may never return to her royal duties to a few days later, she's out and she looks even more beautiful than she did before?
And just acting like nothing
Thing is wrong.
happened. Like they didn't just literally, I mean, it was a few days, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Said that. Like, and she looked
Robin, explain it.
perfect.
No, like actually, that's what I'm saying. Even better.
Like AI.
Right. I'm like, did they?
Like that's her, right?
I don't know. I try not to get too conspiracy
I
over
know,
here.
but that's not out of their realm of capabilities to like
No, the
find someone who looks
the royal family can do
Mhm.
whatever the heck they want. We
find
know
someone
they
who
can.
looks really similar to her, get her a couple of nip tucks, and then yeah,
Again, she looked
that would be weird.
she
though.
looked like she aged backwards 15 years. That's what's so weird. It's like she came out and she was aged backwards 15 years after a few days ago. She may never return. That makes 0 sense.
And there's the fact that they say nothing.
And then they're
It's so sus.
all it is, oh, Kate Middleton's out.
It's so sus.
Everything's weird about it.
I
Everything
cannot.
has been weird about this since the get.
I can't explain it, and it's just so strange that they.
Is it a robot? We know robots exist. I'm just throwing it out there.
Fembot.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it's really strange. I don't have anything to say about it
was
because I don't
shook it.
know.
When I saw the video pop up on my phone, I was like, "Oh no, this got to be
gotta be an old
one."
video,
I was like,
yeah.
"No way! Oh my god!"
And she was practically glowing.
Glowing, smiling, ha
Yeah.
ha hee. What?
Can you run that back?
Ha ha hee.
I'm Kate Middleton. Look at me. Don't I look beautiful? La-di-da.
Don't look too close though, because it's a robot under here.
Cheerio. She just says all these like stereotypical
All
British things.
That's what they've programmed into her. It's just all the British saying.
She's like, righto. They're like, oh, too much crikey.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it called? Not crikey. That's Australian.
crikey.
Cockney. They're like, whoops, we put her in Australian mode.
I thought Cockney was like the really rough sounding.
Yeah,
Brit.
that's what I
not
meant.
like the posh.
That's what I meant.
Too much posh.
Yeah.
Too
Crikey.
crikey. Anyways, we'll keep y'all updated as more.
We hope
if
she's
anything
okay.
unfolds. I hope she's fine and everything's normal. It
Blink
just is
twice
all.
if you need help, Kate.
Please,
If you are Kate.
please do. I'll be looking out for you.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Okay, next update is, did you see this? It was trending on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck.
It's Twitter, Robin.
Yeah, I know. Nobody's ever going to call it
I've
X.
never called it X. I probably never will.
Did you see this couple videos actually of Fortnite behind the scenes?
I feel like I saw some stuff, but I didn't like dig in on it.
Yeah. Google does not know what I'm trying to say because BTS is also a I should also spell it the correct way. Sing it.
They were literally playing it in my nail salon when I got my nails done.
So I don't know if this is new or not. it looked like it was because it was trending. But it could be just like who I follow that made it trending for me.
because I didn't see anything specific.
She's like talking to Post Malone. He's sitting at a typewriter and she's like, millennials don't know what a typewriter is. We've never seen anyone typing on a typewriter. And then there's another scene where it's just her in the frame, but she's facing Posty and the camera like goes from her to him to her. And she's like telling him how to look in a scene. And she's like, and then you're like, da 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 da. And he goes, she's like, yes, just like that. Like she's like coaching him on how to act in the scene.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
It was really cute. I just saw those too. So now that I just looked it up, I don't know if those are new or not, but God, I love it behind the scenes.
For sure.
Love a making of behind the scenes. So maybe that's been a couple months and then that's already been out and I just saw it. But if that interests you and you haven't seen those, you can go find it on Twitter. It's Fortnight BTS and there's a couple of videos. So don't spell it like the video game though, because that was some weird results I just got just then.
Oh, bless. Oh, bless.
Anyway.
Okay, well, speaking of Post Malone, my man, we've all been speculating with all his little, collabs he's doing with country singers. He is officially going to release a country album on August 16th called F1 Trillion.
Very
like
cool.
F-150 trucks.
Yeah.
Because it's a truck on the...
Oh, I read that as like F1, like the racing.
I think it's the like a F-150.
F-150, F1 Trillion. That makes sense.
Because it's a truck on the
on
the album cover.
That tracks.
And I'm pumped because literally he just released the one with Blake Shelton. I've been listening to it and it's a bop too. And I'm like, let's flipping go. And I bet there's even more collabs on his country album.
I mean, he is collab guy.
Oh, okay. So now we went from feature guy to collab guy. Robin.
I rebranded him. His Morgan Wallen song or song with Morgan Wallen came on in the car the other day and I was like, this is a bop.
It's a bop.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So I'm pumped for his country album. Some country purists out there probably aren't loving this. And, a lot of times I do fall under that category.
Times they are changing.
I do fall under the country purist sometimes where I'm like, can you not? But with Posty, it's just kind of hitting right.
I feel like it's just more and more where people are crossing genres, like the Miley, Beyonce, and it goes both ways. So like country can do pop can do country. We don't have to put everyone in a box, Kaley, okay?
I know. That's why I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
I like it. Maybe I'm just like anti like the super bro country people.
Yeah.
Like Florida Georgia Line, goodbye, get out of here.
Barf.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of
cheesy
stuff. I'm like, heck no.
Yeah.
But I'm not minding this.
Yeah.
So Posty,
I'll give it a listen.
Posty, I'll be listening August 16th. Okay, what's next?
You have something.
Oh, we talked about age gaps last episode.
Yeah, I didn't know what this was when I saw that you added it to our outline.
We talked.
Yeah.
It's because we literally talked about age gaps. I asked you what's appropriate.
This makes me
Robin,
nauseous.
Is 72 and 24 appropriate?
That's a hard no.
Bill
what
Belichick.
The actual grandpa? Blech.
Bill Belichick is dating a 24-year-old.
What a slimy, gross weirdo.
What is wrong with the world?
Mm-mm.
He's a weirdo. She's a flipping weirdo for being about it.
Yeah, and they met on a plane. She was doing her homework. She was 21.
No, he signed
her textbook.
Yes, he signed her textbook back when she was 21 in college because she's a cheerleader for the Patriots.
Well, they had met on a plane and she was like doing schoolwork and she was like explaining to him what she was doing and that's why he signed her textbook.
She's a Patriots cheerleader.
Ugh.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
So I just felt like we needed to mention how disgusting that was because we just talked about age gaps and then the worst one comes out.
And apparently they were friends for 3 years.
AKA
you don't need
you
to
were
be
a
friends.
creepo. AKA you were a creepo.
That's so weird.
I hate it.
I don't like it. I reject it.
Amen.
Kim
Okay.
Kardashian passed the baby bar.
Oh.
She's been trying to be a lawyer for a while now.
Yeah.
She's been heavily involved as an activist.
So what's the baby bar?
I think there's 2 levels. Like you can practice a certain kind of law with the
baby bar,
but then you're not like a full-fledged lawyer. I don't know the details. I could be so wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's like you it's a certain credential that you need to pass in order to get the main one, and the main one's really, really hard.
Okay.
So she's been an activist for, unlawful imprisonment and that whole messed up system.
She wants to get innocent people out.
Yep, exactly. Which you got to respect it.
Yeah.
But so that was exciting. And then she also, I guess, was on, I haven't watched this season and I won't probably, but on her show on Hulu was talking about, she pitched a new show with Ryan Murphy for a scripted show. And it's sounding like it's going to happen. Like she'll be an executive producer. She'll star in it. And so she was talking about how in order to be an actress, like she's going to have to stop getting Botox so that she can be expressive.
Yeah, so her face actually moves?
Yeah, she's like, I just saw little clips, but she's like sitting with her friends. She's like, look, like she's like trying to emote and like, she's like, if I really want to be a serious actress, I have to be able to move my face. Which I know they can do movie magic and like make her look a certain emotion if they really wanted to, but like, what's better than just authentic emotion?
How about we don't just inject our face with a ton of shit? Great idea.
And she also said something around the lines of like, I really only have like 10 years left of looking like this. Which
I think I saw that on Twitter. Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like that's a bit of a self-aware queen moment to be like, you know what? Maybe I need to cool it if I want to be taken seriously as an actress. And not just play myself in all the roles that I act in.
Right.
So, I mean, I know I'm all for it. Look what I can do. I stopped getting Botox a few years ago because I was tired of looking like a damn Disney villain.
There was one time when Robin looked like a Disney villain.
The way that it wore off, like, trust me, I used to love the way I looked, and it was like a fresh Botox.
Totally.
And I wouldn't get too much to where I could still move my eyebrows.
Yeah.
But then there was one time, the
one time, and I was like, oh, Robin.
The last time where once you see it, you can't unsee it. Like, you didn't notice it until I told you. And then you're like, oh, no, now I see it.
No, then I saw it.
It wore off just like on the outside of my eyebrows more than the inside. And so anytime I raised my eyebrows, I look like a freaking Disney villain. And so I would have to express myself, this was in the pandemic. So I'd have to be like, wow, and just widen my eyes really big.
Crazy
and, like,
eyes.
Not raise my eyebrows. So I haven't gotten it in a couple of years, and I don't plan to. So, All right. And I think that wraps up the now.
All right. So it's time for Watch It, Weirdo. Okay, so Robin gave me Coming to America.
Yes, I did.
I loved it
Yay.
so much.
I can't believe you've never saw it before.
I actually had no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
Besides, like, my parents had told me to watch it. It's hilarious. You were like, oh my God. So funny.
I'm so happy.
I really, really, really liked it. So Eddie Murphy is very young. It's obviously an older movie. I was like, oh, he's young. And then they just go right into it. He's just royal and he's getting his tush wiped. Yep. They're like, wipers. He's like, I'm 21. Can I go to the bathroom by myself? And they're like, wipers. And they bring in the ladies to wipe his ass. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And that was like how they started it. Yeah. I was like, what is going on? Because I didn't really know. Like,
yeah, you see all the festivities and you're like, oh, it must be like some exciting day. And it's his birthday, but that's every morning.
Yeah, every morning is wipers. And then when he goes to take a bath, this is where I was dying on my couch, Robin. The royal penis is clean, Your Highness. Oh my God. I was watching by myself on my couch. I lost my shit.
So funny.
She just pops out of the water.
Topless.
Like topless. She was down there literally cleaning his penis.
Yeah. Comes up with the soap.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness. I was like, oh my God. So funny.
And it's funny because later when he's like, Dad, I don't need all this fanfare and the wiping and the bats. Well, I quite like the bats. I'd like to keep the bats.
Yeah. I was cracking up. And then, the whole premise is he wants to, actually love his wife, not have this arranged marriage. Yeah. And he was talking to his dad about it, his dad and his mom about it. And his mom was like, he really made me nauseous for a long, long time. And she's like, there's a real fine line between love and nausea, though. And I'm like, what?
So many good lines in this movie.
Yeah, and this was like right off the bat. Yeah. That's the thing is there wasn't even like, oh, we got to get into the movie. It was, from the get, I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And I was cracking up.
He's like, oh, you want to go sow your wild oats, you don't sleep with your bathers?
Yeah.
I do.
Well, he says, I assume that you just sleep with your bathers because let me tell you, I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Dad, we know, we got it.
Did you know that not only is he the voice of Mufasa, but she's the voice of Nala?
No.
Yeah. Wait, did I read that right?
I don't know. But the dad is, do you want me to know?
No, you go.
Okay. The dad is literally the old guy from The Sandlot. The old cranky man with the baseballs in his backyard.
James Earl Jones?
Yes. So that was like in my brain the whole time. Every time he spoke, I just thought of like The Sandlot, which I love that movie. So, then when he's like, I'm going to go find my queen. And they're like, where do we find a woman suitable for a king? Oh, in Queens, of course.
Obviously.
It was so funny. They didn't even like pause. They pulled out the map and they're like, where do we find a woman suitable for a king? 1 second break. Queens.
No, they go, LA or New York? They go, oh, USA, it's so big. So where? LA or New York?
Oh, I don't even remember that. I remember
I
them,
just thought that was funny because it's like, it's so big. All right, we got 2 choices.
I remember them going, where do we find a woman suitable for a king? Oh, Queens.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I was like, okay.
It was perfect.
And then Eddie Murphy, of course, is playing multiple roles. He's like the old guy in the barber shop. He's the crazy like friend of the Lisa's dad or whatever.
Yep.
I love Simi, his best friend. Simi for me made the whole movie. He was hilarious. He was like, why are we living like peasants? I loved Simi. He didn't want to go to work. Like,
yeah.
I am not going to work today.
He's like the classic like best friend who just mooches off of everything.
I loved
loves
Simi.
it. So funny.
I loved Simi. And then I really didn't have a lot of notes because I was just enjoying watching it, but it was really good. And then of course he ends up with Lisa in the end, and it was just a great movie. I liked it.
I was listening. Sorry.
It's
I
okay.
was just fact checking myself. She played like Mufasa's wife, like the queen lion.
What's her name?
I don't know what her name is, but
Sarabi.
Yeah.
I was like, it'll come to me.
Yeah.
Sarabi.
Yep. And then what's his name? Simi's real name. He's a very famous comedian from that time.
He is. I don't know his name.
Oh my God. It's on the Orlando Hall or what is his name? Arsenio Hall. Thank you.
I was going to say, here she goes with the where you just like trail off into the distance.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm locked in. Yeah. I'm so glad. I mean, just all the little like them being just so, or him being so fascinated about things.
Oh, it was great. His attitude, the whole movie of just like so excited to go mop floors. Yeah. It was just good vibes.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed
McDowell's.
it. McDowell's.
That was a Wendy's in Queens.
Interesting.
Like, well, you didn't take a McDonald's?
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Maybe McDonald's wouldn't let him.
Maybe.
They were like, hey, we're already getting the advertisement because McDowell's.
I love it.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it a lot. My 3 words were hilarious. I mean, from the get.
So funny. It's
Royal
so funny.
penises, clean your highness. I'm telling you, Robin, I lost my shit. It was very sweet. Like his attitude towards everything was sweet. And then him and Lisa and him just like wanting to actually love a wife and not have like a servant wife. I'm like, yes. And then the last one is Sandlot, because every time that dad came on the screen, it was just like Sandlot. And then I just wanted to watch Sandlot. So
pow, lights out.
So good.
I love that. I also remember seeing in some documentary that Paula Abdul choreographed that entire opening sequence, like when his bride comes out, and that was like her like start, like her real.
I could see
got
that.
her career
It was
going.
a whole production. I was like, how long are they going to dance for?
I know, right? Really cool. They made a second one.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it not?
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if you just wanted more, it's fine. It doesn't ruin anything.
Okay.
From the first one.
Got it.
All right, great. So I watched Aquamarine with Sawyer. We both loved it. Just some of the terminology. Like I recognize so many of them. Evan Chambers from Greek.
Yeah.
The chick from Vampire Diaries and Gilmore Girls was Cecilia.
Yeah.
And JoJo was in it.
Cecilia is also from John Tucker Must Die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy bagging technology. Ridiculous. Them in those magazines.
Oh, and I was like, this is a perfect, because we literally had that as an and then we talked about how we got all our advice from magazines.
And the way that they were portrayed as like, this is the Bible was not far off from the truth.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Emma Roberts was tough to look at in this one with her glasses on.
She was in that awkward phase.
Yeah.
She was in that awkward phase. She was such a little baby.
Yeah.
And little JoJo.
Yeah. A Mineth was so cute. I loved that. That was tight, Ray.
When he saved her from the pool. Yeah.
Like he literally saved her life. And she goes, that was tight, Ray.
And he just like, okay.
He did used to say things were tight.
Really?
Like a lot.
See, we didn't.
Like,
so I think it was right before
so
me.
Tight. Oh. Like I literally would sign people's yearbooks. You're so tight.
Oh, I do not like that.
Yeah. Tight just meant cool.
Okay.
So no one cleaned the pool all day?
Nope.
They just didn't clean the pool.
Nope.
Nobody thought, maybe we should start cleaning this pool. They're like, see you tonight.
They did one day of it not being
Yeah.
clean, then they started cleaning it.
Yeah, and then the morning they just went straight for the empty.
I mean, it was pretty gross.
I know, but you think you'd want to like get the big chunks out first before you.
Maybe.
Anyway, it was weird. So it was around that point where they came back to the pool at night and they really got to talk to her, and it was kind of scary for a little bit there. Sawyer was like,
Is she an evil mermaid or not? Yeah.
And then I have a quote in here of Sawyer saying, "This is cool."
Like her being a mermaid?
Yeah. And I was like, got her. Laughed me, made me laugh so hard when she goes, "Isn't it cute?" About her butt.
Oh, yeah.
She never had a butt before.
Yeah.
She's a mermaid.
Uh-huh.
So I had some predictions throughout. Some of them came true. Some of them didn't. One was, I bet Leonard saw her. Remember she said she saw Love once? I thought it might have been Leonard.
Okay.
Because he had like that knowing look about him, which turns out the knowing look part was accurate.
Yeah.
But I thought he's going to be a good guy. He's going to help save her, which later on when Cecilia removed the ladder, I was like, I wonder who has a ladder. The maintenance man. Exactly. Yeah. Going on a boat at sundown, not super smart. Just weird choice to not be able to get wet or be in the moonlight, and you go get on a paddle boat at sundown.
Not her finest
decision. You're going to turn into a mermaid. La la la. So cute. All of it was so cute. I didn't really take many notes between here and there, except for I thought there was a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, that it was based very loosely off of like a Little Mermaid type of vibes, where like Cecilia felt very much like Ursula, and Ray was Eric, and she was Ariel, and her dad was King Triton, and he can control the seas. I love the shell phone. That was so cute. Used to call me on my shell phone. I'll hitch you a ride. And then I thought she was going to do the thing where she moves the water, but then the dolphins come, and I'm like, okay. I mean, she could have just like done like the ocean in Moana and like moved her toward the buoy to get the little starfish. But instead, I mean, you got to swim with dolphins. Hello. So fun. The little blue boat. As soon as they said the little blue boat, I was like, that's got to be her parents. That was a really sweet moment. Wait, they can hear the starfish too? Just weird that she can speak to all the sea creatures and she could hear the starfish, but then they could also hear the starfish.
Yeah.
Not mad at it. It was cute.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But also, I guess, but you would never like put a starfish next to your ear.
That's true.
Like a live starfish. So maybe you can. Maybe we
go test it out. BRB, going to the beach. La, 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 la. Oh, he's going with Cecilia. Overreaction much. Oh. Yeah, that Cecilia said that she has a boyfriend. He's like, cool, I'll go with you. Like, kind of a dick move.
For him to drop
the splash.
Aqua because she has a boyfriend?
Yeah, instead of like asking her about it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sawyer reacted so big every time that she'd be like, that's just bull shark.
Bull shark. I love bull shark.
Yeah. And all of them. I mean, she's like,
she had multiple. Yeah. But bull shark is the one that sticks
every single time Sawyer's like, like she thought it was so funny. This was the origin of mermaid hair.
I know.
Right?
She was beautiful in this movie.
So beautiful.
She was so pretty.
I loved the feel-good montage mall scene where they all got the blue highlights and they're all trying on the clothes. Yeah, she's beautiful. There was a lot of screaming in this movie, Kaley. Like the girls going, like all the time. See, you don't notice until you know.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot of screaming in this movie. I think I noticed too because it's one of those movies where the leveling is not great because it's from that time. So I was doing a lot of turn up, turn down. And if I had it up to hear the dialogue and then they did the screaming.
When did the girls scream?
A lot. Like at least maybe 7 times. Anytime they were excited about something.
Well, yeah, that's what teenage girls do. They get excited.
The squealing scream.
Yeah, they get excited.
Yeah.
What is wrong with I don't know.
Just saying, it's a running theme on these movies that we recommend each other. Yeah, there's a lot of screaming.
I don't even notice because I think that's when it came out. I was that age and I squealed all the time too.
Yeah, it was a lot. Like they couldn't react. There was maybe only twice where they didn't scream, but I was like turning the volume down like, oh, they're going to do it. And they went, but most of the time they went, and like did a full on squeal scream. Like think about whenever he goes up and she's in the bathtub and JoJo's legs are her legs and then they go talk on the balcony and they kiss. As he's leaving the house, they're like up in her room going, and he can hear them. It was like that, but almost every time that they needed to react, that's how they reacted, was like the squealing scream. They did it by the pool a lot when she was scaring them.
Yeah.
And Leonard
I
was
guess
like,
I just
"What?"
am like, that's what teenage girls do. I don't know.
I loved the whole ending. Like how the love that she found
Was the friendship.
That was so cute. I didn't know you leak when you're happy
It's
too.
so cute.
So sweet.
I'm telling you.
Pretty much every time that she was a mermaid, Sawyer was like, "So she just doesn't have a top on?" I'm like, her hair's covering her. It's fine.
Yeah.
So Sawyer's 3 words were cute, fishy, but by fishy she meant cheesy,
Okay.
and boy crazy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then mine were cute, salty, both the water that she drank and Cecilia, and fish butt.
Fish butt.
That's one word.
That was the other one, fish butt.
Yeah, Sawyer really, really liked it.
That movie, watching it made me smile so big. I love it.
Yeah,
I just think it's like such a cute movie. And I like the message at the end of like the girl friendship.
You know what's really great about that is that I did not see that coming. I was like, oh no, how's she going to get home? Oh, I also thought maybe she was making up the wish thing.
Oh.
I'm so glad she wasn't.
Why did y'all think she was evil?
No. She's like, I'll give you a wish. But yeah, that was really cute. I love that Leonard saved her. It was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are you giving me next?
Oh, what route to go here? Do I go back to the Disney World?
You could.
Okay, I'm going to give you, and you got 2 weeks to watch it since we're off for a week, so take your time.
Okay.
Camp Rock.
Okay.
With Demi and the Joe Bros.
All right.
Camp
excited.
Rock. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I hear references to it all the time. So
I can't wait to rewatch it myself and sing all the songs. It also is good for me because it's prepping me for Bob to the Top.
Okay, yeah.
Next month. So
okay, so I hope you like this one. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm excited to rewatch it too. The movie Spanglish.
Okay. Never seen it.
It's got Adam Sandler.
Well, I love Adam Sandler.
And I want to say Penelope Cruz.
Him and another hot woman. What do you know?
Yeah, no kidding, right? No, I'm sorry. It's Paz Vega, that woman.
That is.
She's beautiful.
Penelope Cruz adjacent. She's beautiful.
Yeah, and Leone.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to rewatch it. 2004. Sorry, it's 2 hours and 11 minutes.
God.
It's really cute, though.
Okay.
I hope you like it.
I have 2 weeks to watch it. It's fine.
Yep.
I'm not going to watch it while I'm in Michigan, so I'll watch when I get back.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
To the Rex. Okay, my rec is, I mentioned Abercrombie at the beginning of this episode.
This is not an ad.
God.
But if you'd like to sponsor us.
We would love you to.
Yeah. Wait, these jeans are Abercrombie.
So are these.
There you go.
I love their jeans, but I was going to say these specific jean shorts that I got. I've gotten so many compliments on them when I wear them.
Nice.
They're the mom shorts, but they're the 4-inch ones. So they're a little longer. So they're not right up your crack like all the other denim shorts are. You know what I mean? Like they're a little longer, but the dad short is too long in my opinion.
Right.
It looks kind of awkward.
Yeah, we don't want to be out here rocking like a Bermuda.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. This isn't the like early 2000s.
There was some Bermuda shorts in Aquamarine.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like, oh God, I had a couple pairs of those.
We all did.
Woof.
But that's kind of where the dad shorts, they don't hit me right. But the mom shorts, but the 4-inch ones are just, and I get the curve love because your girl curvy, but they have regular too. And I've worn them and I've gotten so many compliments.
I have those in black.
Are they the 4-inch ones though?
Yes. The pockets.
Do you just love them?
You can put your whole hand.
Oh, it's lovely.
Up to like your upper wrist.
It's beautiful.
In these pockets, y'all.
I love.
Yes.
I love them. Yes.
They're wonderful.
Mom shorts, 4-inch. I get curve love. If you're a little curvy, get them. If not, get the regular. They're like the perfect length where they're not too short. They're not too long. And the fit is just, it's nice. So I have them in 2 washes. I have them in the light and the dark. But I think they have 4 different washes. There's like a medium and the black.
Yeah, I wear them at the beach. I love to throw them on over a swimsuit because I'm around family. I don't need to be wearing no hoochie mama shorts. Yeah.
Right. Because that's the hard part, especially if you got a little bit of a tush like a girl. A lot of them go up your cheeks. And I'm not trying to look like a hoochie mama all the time.
Or be uncomfortable.
Or be picking my butt cheeks all the time, So these are perfect because they're long enough, but like they're still flattering.
Yeah.
So that's my rec.
Good rec. Mine is a new drink at Starbucks.
Okay.
I've seen it advertised, and this morning I convinced Sawyer to try it. The other day I tried to convince Harrison to get it, and he didn't want it. And this morning Sawyer was all about it, and it is so good. And then I had forgotten to get my drink somehow. And so after I dropped them off at camp, I like placed another order for the other one. So she got the Summer Berry Lemonade Starbucks Refreshers. And then I got the Summer Skies Drink Starbucks Refreshers. So the lemonade ones, obviously lemonade. This one's like got that coconut milk that kind of makes it like a cloudy. But it has these little, what they call raspberry pearls. It's like a boba.
Oh, it's cute.
It's like a boba.
It's very summer. It's very 4th of July.
Yeah. So they have the bigger straws. And when you get one of those little boba in there, then they're pretty small. Like I don't know how big bobas are in comparison, but these little raspberry pearls that you burst. And sometimes it's hard. They'll like go like around your teeth, and then it just explodes, and it's just enough of the raspberry flavor. Like with the Summer Skies one with the coconut milk, if I didn't get a raspberry in my sip, didn't really taste like it's not overly
because I don't really like
flavored.
I don't really like the coconut milk ones. I'm not a milk person.
They also have just the plain refreshers.
But I like the regular refreshers.
Yeah, so
I do like because they have caffeine in them too. They're a good afternoon pick me up. The refreshers are.
They have caffeine.
The refreshers do.
Oh,
they make them with a tea that has caffeine in it.
I got Sawyer Venti.
Whoops. Yeah, well, that has caffeine in it.
Oh well.
At least the regular.
They do, yeah, 50 milligrams.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything crazy.
I mean, I drank a lot of it, and Harrison drinks some of it.
It's a good pick-me-up for the afternoon. Is the refreshers are good.
The lemonade one was almost too tart. The coconut milk one, I think, muted the flavor too much. So I'm definitely excited to try just the regular summer berry refresher.
I like the strawberry hibiscus
Me too.
one. I like it's very berry hibiscus, and then there's the strawberry acai or acai.
Yeah.
Acai.
Acai. I like the
acai.
strawberry.
I like both of those.
Yeah.
And they used to have, I don't think they sell it anymore, like the cucumber mint one was really good.
That sounds good.
I like the refreshers. Love it.
The other rec that I'm not going to talk about, but just know that we're watching it, is Love Island.
Yes.
We're still trucking away through UK. We haven't made much progress.
Yeah.
And then I'm on episode 3, like, and a half of US, and Ariana,
I have not started US, but I heard it is awesome this season.
She's doing great. She was made for this. So I recommend it, but we won't talk about it yet.
Okay.
All right. And that's all we have for y'all this week. Make sure to follow along with us and all the things, and leave comments and reviews and engage. And we just love to see y'all's comments. It really means a lot to us.
Yes, it does. Find us on all the things. I won't list them because y'all know where we're at.
I hope so.
If not, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Yep. And check out our merch.
And we got the merch, and we got some new styles in there. So y'all check them out. All right. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.